most importantly, educative videos. So if you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and join the family. Watch this video until the end. If you need a reason to subscribe, and you're definitely gonna wanna hit that subscribe button. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share. I would highly appreciate that. We are on our road to 3K subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button and join the family. Share the videos, share the channel with your friends and family. Let everyone subscribe, okay? So in today's video, I'll be sharing my no makeup look. Well, you wouldn't really say it's a no makeup look because you can see it's makeup. It doesn't look like skin, so let's not lie to each other, okay? But I'm doing like a clean girl's makeup look. It's beginner friendly. If you don't know how to do makeup, you're gonna know how to do makeup by the end of watching this video, okay? Well, you're gonna have to watch the video at least a couple of times to know how to do it and be perfect at it. But I mean, what is anything without practice? You gotta practice if you want to make it, okay? You learn how to do makeup through practicing it. So I started off with my eyebrows already shaped, like not shaped but filled in. I filled them in, I just didn't clean them, so we're gonna clean them now. If you want to know how to just shape your eyebrows, please follow me on Instagram. I made a reel that will be going up on my Instagram, so just how to shape your eyebrows. And if you want to know how to draw your eyebrows, then watch my first ever YouTube video. Nothing has changed. It's still the exact same steps that I follow. So watch that video and learn how to do your eyebrows. It's not that hard. You just gotta try it. You know, it will come out looking weird the first few days, you know, the first couple of tries. It will look crazy, but practice makes perfect. So you just gotta try, okay? So yeah, follow me on Instagram, learn how to shape your brows, and watch my first YouTube video to learn how to draw your brows, okay? So now I'm just cleaning the eyebrow, making sure it looks nice and neat. I am using the LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Fawn, and yeah, basically now I'm just adding the concealer to my dark parts. I have really dark under eye circles, and I had a pimple that just didn't want to go, and yeah, you know, the stress of having a pimple, I ended up poking the pimple, which left a scar on my skin. So yeah, basically just that. Okay, so maybe the first basic thing that we need to touch on before we get into even just achieving a natural looking makeup look that looks clean and not cakey and not like the ghetto, okay? If you want a good canvas, okay, so basically in order to have a good makeup look at it as basically working on a canvas. So if you're working on a canvas that's not clean, that is very dry and it's already breaking apart, like the makeup is not gonna look that good, okay? So basically what I'm trying to say is wash your face, do your skincare if you have any. If you don't and you're like me, just wash your face and then apply your lotion. Make sure your face is nice and moisturized, just so that the products can sit well on your skin. If you have a very oily face, please don't let these people lie to you by telling you that if your face is oily, then you do not need to use moisturizer, because then your face is going to reproduce oil or whatever the reason that they'll be giving you. But you need to moisturize your skin regardless of what skin type you have. Powders exist, and powders are there for people that have oily faces or like oily skin. So if you have an oily skin, then you can easily just use a powder after you're done with your makeup, so that your face does not produce as much oil, or like at least the powder absorbs some of the oil that your face will be producing. And if you have a dry skin, you cannot not moisturize your skin. You need to moisturize your skin just so that you have that glowy, you know, skin like makeup application, okay, it's never gonna be skin like, let's not lie to each other, but like just a realistic kind of application. And if you have a dry skin, you are probably gonna want to stay away from products that are matte. You're gonna use products that have like a bit of oil within them, so that it just helps your skin with its moisture levels. And maybe also just stay away from powders, not maybe, but like stay away from powders. Do not use as much powders. You will notice that I did not use a single powder in this video because my face is as dry as they come, okay? So I stay away from powder as much as I can. You know, I'll add a bit of powder just to lock in the product, but I do not use as much powder on my face because I know my face is dry, and if I use powder, my makeup just starts looking cakey, like it's cracking, like it's dry, like what's going on here? Okay, so now we're gonna talk about concealer. I know when you're starting up with makeup, you have no idea what concealer to go for. I feel like this was my greatest struggle when I started with makeup. Like, what concealer do I use for what? Which concealer is best? That was my greatest struggles when I started with makeup. So let me educate you real quick. Come in for a quick call, chat. I'm just kidding. But when you're choosing the concealer, it depends on the type of look you are going for. In this case, we're going for a natural look. We want it to look like our skin, although we know it's never gonna look like our skin, but we want it to look close enough. Like it's actually our real skin. I'm not wearing makeup. What are you talking about? The type of moment. So if that's the look that you're going for, then you are gonna want to use a concealer shade that's literally one shade lighter than the foundation shade that you use. At least that's what works for me. That's what works for most people. Even just on my clients, that's what used to work. So when I'm doing a natural look, go for a concealer that is just one shade to maybe two shades if you are pushing it lighter than the color of foundation that you would use for your skin. Then, if you're going for a more glamorous, extra, berry type of look, then you want to use a concealer that is at least 3 shades or even 4 shades lighter than your foundation shade, because you want that glowing, that pop, you want that ooh, she's wearing makeup type of look, and you want me to spot that you're actually looking dope, and not looking dope, but you want me to spot that you're wearing makeup from a distance, not from a distance, but like, you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so you would go for a shade that is just 3 to 4 shades lighter than the foundation shade that you would use. Now, here's the thing with concealing your brow. I know you want to use the same concealer that you used at the bottom to highlight not to highlight, but to clean the bottom of your brow, at the top of your brow as well. But guess what? You're playing yourself. You are giving yourself more work than you actually need to. I personally use my foundation to clean my brow at the top, because I don't, that whole extra well put together brow, it's not, in the fashion anymore, in momotito. I don't know how to say it in English. It's outdated now, okay? People are going for the sleek, minimal, lightly touched eyebrow look. So if you're gonna use like a pencil to actually draw in your brow and have a real full blown on drawn on brow, then at least try to just do the minimal of not going with a concealer at the top of your brow, so that the brow still looks a little bit natural and close enough to the model type of brow. If you guys want me to do a model type of brow, which is not the brow that I did in this video, but if you want me to show you a tutorial on how to achieve that sleek, put together, clean model brow, then let me know and I'll do a video on that. If you guys enjoy this makeup videos, then we'll do more makeup videos, okay? If you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? All this information, and you just don't want to hit that like button or that subscribe button, Nabi. So, okay, like and subscribe. let's move on. Okay, so now we've spoken about the concealer to use, how to clean your brow at the top. Now we're just gonna go in with the blending. Okay, so you've noticed that I actually applied the concealer at the bottom of my eye way before I was actually ready to blend it. This I actually did this on purpose because having the concealer just sit there for a while actually gives me a better coverage than when I put it on and then immediately start blending it in. I don't know if this is gonna work for other people. Like if you because if sometimes if you make it sit for too long, what can happen is that it can start drying there and then it becomes harder to blend in. But most of the time it takes me to clean my brow, it's about enough time to get me to actually blend the concealer under my eye before it dries up completely, and it gives me perfect coverage compared to when I actually put the concealer on and then immediately start blending. So I like to let my concealer just sit a little bit under my eye, on my nose, on my forehead, at my dark spots, on top of my lips. Like I like to make a concealer sit there for a while just so that it gives me a greater coverage, like a better coverage. And I like to go in big again, just looking at areas that I probably missed or just need some extra concealer compared to others. So yeah, that's basically what we're doing with the concealer, just reapplying it to areas that we might have missed, areas that look a little bit empty or like there's no difference with the actual application, because I was probably being stingy with the concealer because it's expensive. Okay, makeup is expensive, so you gotta be a little bit economical with it. Oh wow. So let's talk about the tool that you're gonna use to apply your makeup. When you are on YouTube just trying to learn how to do your makeup, you come across a lot of videos all suggesting different types of tools to use for your makeup application. Guess what? I'm not here to tell you what type of tool to use, and I'm not gonna do that because when I was learning how to do my makeup, that was the most frustrating thing ever. But what I didn't realize is that I could use the simplest thing, the one thing that feels comfortable for me. My fingers, as an example, I could basically use whatever feels comfortable for me, and that would work. My advice to you would be use what feels comfortable for you as long as it gives you the results that you want. Now we're gonna move on to foundation. So basically I'm just adding foundation on my skin. So what I do is like I add the foundation to every part that I didn't add the concealer to. So basically where there's concealer it's just concealer, and then where there's nothing that's where I add foundation. It doesn't mean I'm gonna leave the concealer like that, not touch nothing. It's just that I first add the foundation to the other parts, and I do not like my face feeling like there's something on my skin. Like I don't want my face to feel like I'm having foundation and I'm having makeup on it. I want it to feel natural. I don't want it to just look natural, but I want it to feel natural too. So less goes a long way. The less product I apply, the better. So what I do is I apply the foundation at the parts where I didn't put on the concealer, and then I use the brush to lightly just tap over the parts where I added the concealer. So whatever foundation is on the brush is the foundation that I will then use to add over the parts where I added concealer. So yeah, I know if you can see in this video here, I'm kind of dragging the foundation, but I'm only dragging the foundations on the parts where there's no concealer. When I'm applying the foundation at the parts where there's concealer, I'm actually just dabbing the brush on there. I'm not dragging because we don't want to drag the concealer that we just put on. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so next we are gonna touch on contouring. we're going to cover two things on contouring: the shade that you're using as well as the placement of the contouring. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the shade. In this case, I'm using the darkest foundation stick that Signature has to offer. You could also use a very dark concealer. It really just depends on your preference. I prefer a foundation because it's just easier to blend, and yeah, it's just easier. It makes my life easy, and I like things that make my life easy. Alright, so let's talk about the placement of your contour. So you do not want to put your contour at the bottom of your cheeks. In fact, you want to put it on the cheeks themselves. If you don't know where your cheeks are, this is a bone on your face. You can feel it. I'm lucky. I don't want to brag, but I have pretty strong cheeks where you can literally see a shadow under my cheeks without me having to actually put on any products there. So if you're lucky or you got one of those genes and you have that already, then it's kind of easier to tell that way. But if you don't have that, just feel it. Put your hands on your face and make sure your hands are clean before you do it, but just put your hands on your face and feel it. You want to put your concealer or foundation that you're using to contour on your actual cheekbones and not at the kind of the cave in or the cave in, yeah, of your cheekbones. After that, I just basically continue to outline my face using this stick, applying enough products, not being stingy. So just apply that stick on the edges of my forehead, on my chin, yeah, and on my nose. Just contour, create like whatever kind of shape of nose that I want, get botched real quick. But like, yeah. Honestly speaking, with makeup, you can create whatever look that you want if you are determined, okay? You just gotta train yourself. You just gotta do a lot of practicing, and yeah. After we're done with the placement, we're just gonna go back in and blend that. So here's the trick. Do not blend the concealer towards your eyebrows. Yes, blend it away from your eyebrows towards your head, your hair. Do not blend it going towards your eyes. Blend it downwards instead of upwards, because you don't now want the concealer that you just put on to be covered up by the contour that you're doing. But also there's a very thin line. Okay, you want to make sure that the contour that you applied and the concealer under your eye, basically where the top of your cheeks are blended together. You don't have a harsh line over there. It's actually all blended in well and nicely, but you do not want to drag the concealer or the foundation, in my case, up into your concealer by your eyes. Okay, so now we got a cheekbone. We just gave ourselves a botched cheekbone. Okay, we gave ourselves like a strongly defined cheekbone. However, where's our jawline? Okay, you wanna add a jawline as well. And basically what I'm doing here is what is called reverse contouring. You're basically just trying to define your jawline as well, so you don't look like an egg or like a botched person. Okay, so here's the trick to defining your jawline. So most of the time when I was learning how to do my makeup, I didn't know what products should go. Like, I knew contouring goes where, what goes where. They'll tell you, you put the contour stick on your cheeks, and I'm like, okay, which part of my cheek actually, And I feel like this is what's gonna make this video so different from any other makeup video that you're gonna watch, is that I'm just trying to explain to you just how these parts feel like. So your jawline should feel like you are literally touching the top part of your bottom teeth. So if you put your hands on your face, the top part of your bottom teeth should be where your jawline is, and that should be where you place your concealer. that you are using for reverse contouring. I really hope this video is helpful in that sense, because this was very, very vital information that I needed when I was learning how to do my makeup, that I just didn't have. Like, somebody would tell me, okay, you put your concealer at the jawline, and I'm like, okay, cool, which part of my jawline? The bottom of my teeth, the top of my teeth, like where actually? And yeah, so I really hope this video is helpful to you. If you have learned anything at all in this video this far, please hit the subscribe button and hit that like button, and share the video with someone so they can also learn something from this video, okay? If you watched this video so far, then you must have noticed that I have went back and forth with contouring my nose since we started this video, guys. Makeup is what works for you. You know, you just gotta try it. You just gotta play around with the makeup and just have a vision. Just think of it like you are drawing. Think of it like think of your face like a canvas, okay? What are you trying to achieve? Have you achieved that or not? Did you do something that might have probably messed it up, or like changed it up, and then just correct it as you go? Don't stress, it's gonna look ugly before it looks pretty. So when you start doing and it feels like, oh my goodness, I look crazy, just know that it's gonna look ugly before it looks pretty. Okay, so now I'm just making sure that my canvas is nice, and like the foundation of my canvas looks great. You know, that I like what I'm seeing before I actually start setting things into place. And I'm not gonna lie, but I have a very dry skin, like we mentioned earlier, so I'm gonna use this contouring kit from Signature. It's a contour and highlighting kit from Signature. I'm gonna use that to basically set in place the contour that I put on my face. So I'm gonna add that dark shade of contour basically to every single place on my face where I added the dark foundation, where I contoured. That's where I'll be adding that. And basically, like I mentioned earlier, I have a very, very dry skin. My skin cracks up after a few minutes, and so just so that I can actually wear this look for a while, I do not, like, I barely add powder to anywhere else on my face besides just the places where I need to set the contour. I'm actually also only adding this because it just helps make it a little bit darker. I feel like the foundation was not dark enough, so that's why I added that. But if you do not have that problem like I do, you're just gonna want to go in with like a lighter shade of powder and just put that over the parts that you highlighted. But I, honestly speaking, only add that over the parts that I applied the contour. I'm then gonna go in with a highlighter. Most people tend to use eyeshadow for highlighter, but I mean, it works perfectly fine. But if you do find a highlighting kit that is beautiful, that you like, you can always do that. I'm using the highlighting kit from Signature, and here's the trick on just to know where to put the highlighter. So I'm putting my highlighter on the top of my cheekbones, close enough to my eyebrows. I mean, it's in my eyebrow, okay? I do dab a little bit of it just on the edges, on the ends of my eyebrows. So how you can know where to actually put it, it's to just get a light the light on your face, and every single part on your face that's gonna brighten up, that's gonna have a bit of shine to it when you light it on it. That's basically where you want to put your highlighter. So the highlighter is there to just bring out a shine to your face, to highlight parts of your face. It's to capture light on your face basically. So you do not want to obviously look like you fell into a bottle of Vaseline, but you just want to add it at those places that would naturally shine when you had a light shining at your face. Okay, so we're moving on to our eyelids. Yes. So I'm just adding the same highlighter that I was using for my face on my inner eye. No, not my inner eye. I would be going blind if I did that. I'm adding it to the inside of my eyelid basically, just so that I keep that glow, because I'm kind of liking that shine, and I just want to keep it going, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's basically just it. Just adding that highlighter to the inner corner of my eye, and then from there I'm gonna go in with this brown shade. It's kind of like reddish. It has like a red tone to it. It's like a brown eyeshadow with a red tone. I really love how it looks natural on my skin. It almost looks like what I would use as blush on my face, like if I was naturally blushing and I was like, one of those people that actually show when they're blushing. That's basically how my skin would look like basically. So it's just like a brown eyeshadow that has like a red undertone to it, and it just looks pretty. It always looks so natural. Most of the time people don't really realize I'm wearing eyeshadow when I'm wearing that brown shade on my eyelid. So basically I'm just adding it to my eyelid and on both eyes, and then I'm gonna add it at the on my waterline as well. And that will be it for eyeshadow, guys. Just simple, basic, and nothing red real. We're then gonna use that exact same shade as well as blush on our face. And the other thing that I like to do is I also like to go into that same color eyeshadow, and I basically take a bigger brush and I use that eyeshadow just to bring back some type of redness into my face. So I dip my brush into the eyeshadow and then I just apply it everywhere on my face. I do that sometimes. I'm gonna do that today as well, just to bring back the redness, because I feel like this eyeshadow just has the perfect shade of red my face would have if I was naturally blushing and I had a healthy skin that looked like I was blushing all the time, which I don't even know if that exists, but yeah. Okay, so next we're gonna do our blush. So for blush, I use the exact same eyeshadow that I use on my eyelid as my blush. Yes, I use eyeshadow as blush. You can use eyeshadow as blush. You can use lipstick as blush as well, and then obviously you can use a product that is actually just meant as blush for blush. However, I use eyeshadow. Sometimes I do use red lipstick, but I just like the way this eyeshadow looks when I use it as a blush, and so that's what I use. If you want to know where to add your eyeshadow, here's the trick. So you apply contour, which is slightly darker, then you have the concealer underneath, and then you have the highlighter that you added. So basically what I do is I use the blush that I'm using to blend those three things together. You can smile as well and basically apply it where you would get red if you were smiling, so the top of your cheeks, but I like to just blend it a little bit backwards towards my that tip of my eyebrow. If I could pick between the two, I would, within a heartbeat, pick wearing fake lashes, because fake lashes come in all shapes and sizes. They can be the long, luxurious drama drag queen type, or they can just be simple, classy, everyday type of look. They are there, they exist. At I feel like it's just my greatest struggle. It's just one of those things that I struggle with. It takes me forever to do my to put on fake lashes, and so I have just opted to do mascara. I'm gonna again brag in this video and say I have pretty good eyelashes. Like I have a decent length where I can get away with applying 3 coats of mascara and then have my lashes actually look like I'm having fake lashes on while I'm not. But if you're not blessed in that department, honestly speaking, just practice, get the small fake lashes that look like the natural eyelashes, and wear those. But if you're like me and maybe the struggle is just too much and you just can't handle it, then you're gonna need an earbud, because that is gonna be your best friend, okay? And you're gonna need a really good mascara. The mascara that I'm using is not even that expensive, but it's really good. I actually bought it from Pep. So they have this one if you want volume, and then they have a purple one if you want length. So yeah, you can check those in Pep. They are really cheap and affordable. So yeah, what I do is just apply like the first coat, and then while the top is drying, I go down at the bottom with another coat. At the bottom I normally just do 1 layer, and that's enough for me because I do not want to mess it up. But if you were to mess it up, you're just gonna have to wait for it to dry before you try to clean it, because if you try to clean it while it's wet, you actually end up making a mess. So you can see the before and after, basically how it looks like without mascara and how it looks like with just 1 layer of mascara. Once the top bottom of the eyebrow is almost kind of dry, not all the way dry, I just go back over that layer again, add another layer, and ooh, my eyebrows go. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but those eyebrows be popping like I'm wearing fake lashes, and I'm not even wearing fake lashes, okay? It's just all genetics. I'm joking. It's not genetics. It's just technique, finding the right mascara and just doing a couple of layers. That really helps a lot, and it makes the difference. Trust me, if you have not done this before, go try it and let me know what you think, because it does make a huge difference. If you watched this video this far, comment mascara in the comment section down below so that I know that you watched the video until this point. And please like and subscribe if you have not done that already, okay? So I actually have this beauty mark that foundation tends to cover. Obviously, that's the job of foundation, but I don't like covering it up. So I use the brow pencil that I use for my eyebrows, and I just lightly touch it again so I can bring out that beauty mark again. Then from there, for my lips, here's the trick, guys. It works. It looks pretty. This is like, honestly speaking, such a great tip, okay? So I just want to do a natural look. I just want it to look natural. However, I want to give my lips some sass. I want them to look cute as well. So I'm just going to line my lip using the same pencil that I used to draw my brows. This really makes a big difference. Like, just, I don't know what it is about that, but using the same pencil that you use to line your eyebrows, to line your lips, actually gives you this beautiful, you'll see, look. And yeah, so I like doing that because I think it looks cute, honestly speaking, than just having a gloss over my lips. So I do that, and then I just blend it out by, I don't know, kissing my lips, wrapping my lips, not kissing my lips, by wrapping my lips. I also realized that that pencil was just a little bit too light, like it was not catching, like it was not doing the things that I wanted it to do. But yeah, that's because I actually went over my eyebrows again with the other pencil that I'm using now. That's why at first when I only used the other pencil, the colors were not similar, but then when I added this pencil, I can now see, what I'm trying to go for. And stunning chef kiss, if I can say that myself. But yeah, just going back in, cleaning it up, making sure it's cute and it's okay. So next I'm gonna use again same eyeshadow onto my lip. So basically the trick is that the color that you use as your transition color when you're doing your eyeshadow, as well as the color that you use for your blush, that color should literally be the same color that you put in the center part of your lips. And guys, like it just connects everything, like it just makes all the dots touch each other and it looks stunning. Okay, all right, so now I'm gonna go over that with my lip gloss. Finally, if you guys watched this video and you guys really enjoyed it, please let me know in the comment section down below. This video had like too much going on, like I was trying to explain the whole makeup routine, but I'm sure if you are learning to do your makeup, you probably just want to learn each and every step on its own. So if that's something that you are interested in, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Just let me know what are some of the things that you would like me to touch on and do a more in-depth video just about that one thing that you want to learn also. So when you are adding the lip gloss, you're gonna get something that's obviously glossy and a little bit sticky, long lasting, but you don't want it to be so sticky that every time you speak it's just coming off your lips and it's having that ugly look of lip gloss. We all know that look. We all know that one girl with that ugly looking lip gloss, okay? But also you don't want to look like how I look right there, where it's like, oh wow, I know what happened to the lip gloss? Was the lip gloss not enough? What was going on? Okay, you don't want to be stingy. Okay, apply 2 layers if your lip gloss is not shiny enough. So I'm just going in again with another layer of lip gloss, making sure that that lip is shiny and glowing. Okay. But yeah, guys, we have come to the end of this video. Are y'all ready for the final look? The reveal. Drum roll, please. Okay.